Good day, everybody. Wolf Driver coming at you. Um, this is the first time I've done a live stream the way I'm doing it now, and that's only because you don't see the picture of me. You don't know I'm actually wearing almost like a virtual reality goggle, if you will. By the way, if you have a comment, please go ahead. That's the whole idea here, so we can do some interaction. So I'm at the big farm here, and we are getting ready to do what I call dog roading, and what is officially dog roading. Scott's getting the fan ready. We're going to mount the fan up there. Now it's relatively cool out here. It's in the low 70s. Seems lower humidity up at the big farm here in Mount area of Maryland. There's actually almost always a good breeze going on. So that's why we're able to be here sometimes when it's looks cool, looks warmer out, but it's not. But you can see it's overcast. There's no sun right now, which is helping us. And that's the way the day is supposed to be. So this is the ATV I use currently. So this is gas powered. I usually use electric ATVs, but for my last generation of Huskies, because they would do this off leash. But with the newer generation, they're younger. They're not fully trained off leash to do what I want to do here. Plus, this time of year, there's going to be a lot of crops out there in the field. So it's going to be hard to actually keep full track of them if they were off leash. So I use GPS collars to do that, but I'm not going to do that right now. So, the ATV is really nice. More of a The other one I had was more of a touring ATV, multi-person, 2, 3 people could fit in it, and it had a bed. This one obviously is more sporty, and it just has the place, which is a specialized front hitch we put on to handle the dogs on the roading harnesses, actually. So it's a different kind of running here that gives them a variety. It's nice to mix it with the other stuff we do. And let me just check here, make sure we're live streaming. Yes. Mix it with everything else we do to give them a more complete workout. If you remember, I developed the Mush CrossFit system, which has all kinds of different aspects that we do, from speed training to weight training to distance, hill climbing, etc. There's a lot of aspects to it. Much cross. We put the fan on here. They, depending on the speed we're going, they don't always feel it, but it's really nice when we stop to give them a little extra boost of land. Go ahead, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them there, or comments. It's always nice to interact with everybody. So the dogs are up in the van now, and I'm going to give you a quick show. So right here, always you have Nikita. They're always with us, obviously, when we're doing a dog adventure. Got Lola, trying to make it so we can see here. We've got Cyan. We've got Inyo. And they're chilling. Now, people ask me, I had it earlier, why do you have all this room in the van? And by the way, these are pretty much the largest crates you can buy. They're the extra large version of Dakota 283s. And I'm going to walk over here. I'm walking through my virtual reality screen. You don't understand that because you're not looking at it like I am. So in the back of the van, so people say, well, Wolf Driver, why don't you let the dogs have more room? Well, it's not the idea, because giving them too much room, of course, the crate is really nice because it keeps them in their own little den. And God forbid you would have an accident or just even a swerve, they're always safe in the crate, almost always. And a lot of the crates I use, I have different vehicles, are crash tested. So always want to be careful and travel smartly with them. I used to, one of my other vans, if you go to Fur Wheel Drive, FURWD.com, you'll see we used to run um, a Ford Excursion, a 6-door I had built for me that would actually, the dogs would be riding there kind of loosely in their own seats. Well, one of the bench seats was in it, and that had its own issues that we did fine, luckily. But you always want to be cognizant of everything. So I'm just looking here, seeing what we've got going on. Doesn't look like we've got a lot right now, but that's it basically from here on the farm. And looks like, again, another great day. Very excited to get the dogs out there. I feel like we've crested the peak of where it was so warm. Actually, I'm almost ready to put a sweatshirt on, a hoodie, where it was so warm that we weren't able to run the dogs at all. Had to do a lot of inside work on the treadmills, etc. But because I feel like now August is usually the dog days of summer, usually really hot. But I feel like because it's feel like we crested the peak basically, and we're going in the right direction towards cooler weather. But it could still get really warm. But at least take advantage of these days while they're here, while they're cooler, etc. So hope you enjoyed this little introduction here, and I will give you a quick view of another one of my rigs. Again, a lot of this stuff you'll never see anywhere else, so I want to share it. People say, oh, you want the attention. Some people say that. I really want to help educate people and let them know there's so much you can do with working breeds, like sled dog breeds like Huskies, that you can actually give them the proper exercise they need without having to be a full-time musher. Now, I'm a little eccentric in what I do. So I know these vehicles are not something everybody's going to have, but lots of people that have land, farms, etc., do have a spider rig that's achievable. That's actually a common product for people that have farms. This is almost like a single track ATV, which is truly, at the time, one of a kind. It's a military style scooter, basically, that can go through pretty much any terrain that ATV can go through, possibly even more. So I've got all kinds of hookups on here that I run the dogs on too. As you see, I've got the front hitch, which any of my sled dog equipment basically can go in there, the dog motorsports equipment I've developed. And I've got a side rig here where I can put certain components that I use to run the dogs in the U-bar style on the side. And I can run them in the front on the side at the same time. So that's interesting. Today, that's going to be our point vehicle, actually. Co-pilot Scott over there is going to ride that, and he's going to ride ahead because you get wild animals up here. You sometimes they move the cows from pasture to pasture, and I've got to open a gate to get through. So he helps me take care of that, and also he'll water the dogs and do the filming. So pretty cool stuff. We're loving life here in Wolf Driver Land. So I'm going to see. Not sure if we doing this right, if we have the connectivity we need, but hopefully you got a view here, and we're able to check out everything and enjoy the show. Basically, I am Wolf Driver. I'm going to be signing off here. And if you have any questions or comments, you come here after the show. I'm almost always checking everything, and I will respond accordingly. Appreciate your time, everybody. Have a great day. This is Wolf Driver signing off. If I can find the right thing to do.